just moved off, just leaving Barlaston here. It's Barlaston, is it? Barlaston, however it's pronounced. I always get it wrong. And if you're ever here, you walk down past the Plume of Feathers to the next road which goes round onto the left. There's a parade of shops there. Wonderful butchers called Mark's Butcher. Absolutely wonderful butchers. A couple of lamb chops there which I had for my lunch yesterday, Sunday. And they were probably the best lamb chops I've ever had in my life. They melted in your mouth. They were absolutely wonderful. And of course, if you want a loaf of bread or something, there is a one-stop and post office just the other side of the canal. So it's a very handy place to stop. I very, 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 very much recommend the butchers. The sausages are really, really good. Get the peppered ones. Oh, they're wonderful. And everything else, of course, steak and chops, and I got all sorts of things when I was in there, as I always do when I find a good, proper butchers. Anyway, as I say, I've left Barlaston. It's about noon. It's been raining off and on all morning. It's supposed to be a dry afternoon. I'd like to do 4 locks today if possible, but my arm is, aching a bit, so we'll have to see how that goes. I know the first lock I've got to climb down the lock ladder to get back onto the boat, which I must admit I'm not looking forward to. This arm is really, it's got no strength in it, so trying to hold on to a lock ladder which is going to be slippery and horrible in the first place, I'm not going to say I'm not looking forward to that, but we'll have to see how it goes. I'm hoping some other boats might be around and I can sweet talk them into locking me down, but we'll see what happens. Well, we have a willow tree here which is definitely overhanging the canal rather badly. There's no way to go around it, so I'm going to have to duck as we go through. Yeah, these weeping willows are a right pain really. They may look nice, but they really do block off the navigation and make things awkward. As you can see, I've got no option but to go through the locks, and I hope the camera doesn't fall over. Well, I seem to have got through. Got smacked in the face by one, but there you go. Yes, it may look pretty and all that, but I really don't like them dangling all over my face. It always seems to be full of spiders as well. Well, I've been moving all of 2 minutes and I'm already moaning. Oh well, and I've got another one in front of me. More spiders and cobwebs to get round my face, I guess. Well, if nothing else, after all my moaning, look at the lovely flowers here. What a beautiful garden. Flowers everywhere in that little garden there. Absolutely beautiful. You can see it through the trees. I know I have filmed this row of cottages here a few times before, but I think that is quintessential England. Absolutely beautiful, aren't they? All whitewashed. Really makes them look quite something special, I think. A few years ago, David from Cruising the Cuts visited this place. I think it was up for sale at the time. I don't think he purchased it. And of course, it comes with its own beautiful private mooring. The lock gates in the garden there are fake. There was never a canal going there, I don't believe. I believe it's just old lock gates that were put in there. Although I could be wrong, of course. It does look like a lock, doesn't it? Or filled in lock. This is Bridge 102, we're just gone underneath here. And I believe the next one, 101, or it might be 100. The next one's 101, but one of the two is a turnover bridge. I think it's the next one actually, 101. my memory serves me correctly. Well, this is the next bridge, but this is not Bridge 101. This is Bridge 101A, because it was obviously added after the canal was constructed. But I'm just looking ahead. Bridge 101 also is not the turnover bridge. It must be the next one, must be Bridge 100, I'm guessing. Or I've got it completely wrong. Yes, this is Bridge 101, and no, this is not a turnover bridge. It must be Bridge 100, I'm guessing. Or 99. I'm pretty sure there's one along here somewhere. Here, I have stopped along here before now on this bit of Armco, as there's lots and lots of silver birch trees in here, and a load fell down or got blown down a while ago, and there was no fence in there. I just walked in there and grabbed some firewood once upon a time, but I guess they don't want you doing that. So yeah, they put up a lot of new fencing along here. Oh well, I won't be getting firewood from there again, will I? See from the overhead power lines here for the train tracks here. We're very, very close to the railway line. Oh, and I have a boat coming in the opposite direction. Although it's very cloudy today, it's quite humid, quite warm. I don't understand some people like that. Lovely clear spot here, but he keeps plodding on, doesn't slow down, so we have to pass in the narrowest spot. There's trees overhanging his side of the canal, and he pushes over, and well, we came very, very close to contact, and I was up onto the near the towpath here on the bottom. Don't understand people like that. Can't just slow down and wait 5 seconds. I got a word for him, but I won't use it on camera. My memory wasn't too far off, was it? I was only one bridge out. It must mean that the lock's just up around the corner. I'm pretty sure just after the turnover bridge we approach the lock. The lock should be full. This should be in my favour. I'm still not looking forward to doing this lock with my arm. I'll have to see how it goes. I was sort of hoping to meet a boat here, but yeah, don't know. Not sure what's going to happen. I'll have to just take it easy, I guess. I know I can't pull the boat out of this lock because there's a bridge in the way, and there's no towpath underneath the bridge. You have to walk up across the road to get back to the towpath. Well, we're just approaching Bridge 99 here, and I believe this is the last bridge before the lock. The little footbridge here, or I think it's a footbridge. Might have been a rail bridge at one point in time. It's Bridge 99A. I think it actually was a rail bridge at one point in time. Looking a little bit closer at it. Not sure. Could be wrong there as well. And I think I can see the start of the lock landing up ahead. I know it's up by that green fencing, which you possibly can't see on the camera. Been going very, very slowly, hoping someone might catch up with me and offer to help me down the lock, but that doesn't seem to have worked. Nobody in sight behind me. And I'm only going just over tick over. I've been doing this speed since I left the mooring Oh well. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Done. It's quite a deep one, and you have to climb down these wet slippery lock ladders. Fortunately it's quite a newish one, and there's quite a good depth of foot grip on it, which does help a lot. With my big feet, the more depth the better. Now I'm going to have to go out the lock, go to the lock landing, come back up over the bridge, over the road, to close the lock gates. Yeah, I don't like this lock. Never have done, never will. Unless someone does it all for me, then it's not a problem. Yeah, you've got to cross backwards and forwards across the road. It's not a nice road to cross either. It's not particularly that busy, but it's a three-way sort of junction, and you can't really see that far around the corners what's coming. And this is the bridge that creates the problem for doing this lock. As I say, there's no walkway through it, so there's no way down to it. So you have to go out. So I can't pull the boat out. Yeah, don't like it. Never will. I guess I could pull the boat out and go up around and come down these steps here and jump back on the boat. Yeah, it's not really easy. I'm just entering into my third lock of the day. I've been really lucky. The last lock, a lady was walking the towpath with a dog and stopped and locked me down. That was brilliant. Now, and then another boat came up as well, so that was all really good. Yeah, I've got one more lock directly in front of me because the locks here are in pairs. There's two up there and another two here. I think Meacham locks or something they're called. Don't quote me on that, I might be completely wrong. I'm just out on the outskirts of Stone. Now, I'm not sure, I think I'm going to probably stop after these two, the next lock. Let's do the 4 today. My arm is aching, even with the help. Climbing down these lock ladders is not nice. And that's the only way I can do them at the moment. So yeah, this one and the next one, and I'm probably going to call it a day. But I'm going to stop and have a bite to eat anyway. I might carry on later. But for now, I'm going to close this gate and get this lock done. So I'm just coming out of the 4th lock. That's the 4 locks I planned to do today. know if I do another one or two. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I'm hungry, so I'm going to stop for some lunch. It's probably 2 o'clock and gone now. So I'm going to come back, shut these gates, moor along here, it's quite good mooring along here, and do a spot of lunch. It's going to be a quick lunch. I'm going to decide what I'm going to do this afternoon. If I do carry on another lock, it's probably going to be another 3 locks at least, or even 4. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what to do yet. Yeah, it's while I'm moving, I like to keep moving, but normally, you know, I've got problems here. So let's see what to do. Anyway, first of all, I'll go more up, run back up and close these gates, and then more up, and definitely have a bite to eat. I was going to come down these steps, but they flood when the lock's full, which obviously means there's a bad leak between the lock and the lock wall. Well, that sounds like there's something around the prop. So when I stop for lunch, I'm also going to have to go down the weed hatch, I'm guessing. See what we're going to do later. First of all, I better go and shut these gates. Well, that's the gates closed. There's a couple of boats moored down here, but there's loads of room. I'm just going to poodle off down here, I think, and definitely stop for lunch, and then decide. Don't mind getting down to the stone today, but yeah, it's how much can I push my arm? Lunch first, then decide. Well, I had some lunch, and I've decided to carry on. Do a few more today and probably take a day of rest tomorrow. So that's the way I look at it at the moment. Yeah, so carry on I am. Well, a boat just went past me in the opposite direction. I thought, oh, that's good, I'll have all the locks set for me. Well, I come here and there's a boat going down in front of me in the lock. They must have been moored up somewhere between me and the lock and set off before I did. Nobody came past me in this direction whilst I was moored up having lunch. Afternoon. Well, as I leave my first locker this afternoon, it's rather handy. There's a boat waiting to come up. Just arrived as I was coming out, so it's perfect. That makes life a lot easier for me. Of course, I can leave the gates. Well, that's the lock done with the separate horse tunnel. No pedestrian. As I come down into Stone itself really now. I know I've got to do the next lock. It's whether I've got to do any more after that. Well, this little boat here, I know it's only about 5 foot wide, but it tried to squeeze through one of the bridges with me. Yeah, it didn't work. Down past Jowls Stone Ales here, Jowls Brewery. It's all been repainted or re-sign written here. They didn't do a very good job of blanking out the old, unless they left it there on purpose so it was shown through. I don't know. So Stone it's going to be now for a couple of days, moored up. I'm on 24 hour, no not, I'm on 48 hour moorings. Tomorrow they give it damp, rain, so I'm going to stay tomorrow and almost certainly move the next day. So yeah, I'm here at Stone. Arm's a little bit iffy, but I think I'll get away with it. Take some pain pills and perhaps have a pint later. That'll help. The Swan Inn, I think, would be the place for a beer. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed that episode. I want to thank everybody that supports the channel. All your support is greatly welcome, and thank you very, very much to you all. That just leaves me to say, thank you very much for watching. Trevor out.